what I'd like to do is show you how to pipe bulbs. So I'm going to use a number 3 tube. And number 3 tubes in an in-between size. So you can put it in a small bag or a large bag, whatever you'll feel comfortable with. I've got a damp cloth with me here, so that I can keep my tube nice and clean. Okay, so with bulbs, this is what they look like. Okay, so that's what bulbs are. Now, how do you pipe them? So, number 3 tube is a good one for this. Number 4, yeah, or if you want a small one, number 2. What I'd like you to do is practice with number 3. You hold your bag straight up, so not at an angle, it's just straight up. And you can see that I want to keep the tube still, so I'm using my hand to steady myself. So I'm a little bit away from the surface of the tile, but not too far up, and I'm not touching the tile at all. So I'm just squeezing, keeping the tube still, squeeze, 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 stop squeezing, and I'm not squeezing anymore. A little twist and come away. You need to practice doing this to get them so that they're just touching each other. Squeeze, 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 stop squeezing and away. Keeping it still. It will do all the work for you if you keep your tube still. What a lot of people do, as they're piping, they come up and they'll get a funny little raised, I don't know what you want to call that. So, holding your tube straight, keeping it still. Now you might want to count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That counting just helps you get them all the same size, and that's the aim for this. Now these can be used around the edge of cake, top border, around the bottom of the cake on a bottom border. They can be used to decorate cupcakes, biscuits, gâteaux. They can be piped in royal icing. They can be piped in buttercream, chocolate. So keep it still, stop squeezing, little twist and away. I'll just show those close up. Hopefully you can see that. Now, can you see that little point on the end? Every time you pipe balls, everybody gets that little point on the end, and as long as it's small, you can do something with it. Now, these first ones I've piped here, they might be dry enough for me to flatten them, and all you do, use your finger and just flatten them. Yeah, perfect. So, just you need to catch the royal icing when it's just starting to skin over, when it's not sticky. And you can see it just took me a couple of minutes to pipe those, and I can go back and soften them and flatten them. So I'm just taking off that pointed edge. If you're not happy doing that, you could use a brush, a damp brush, and flatten it with the damp brush. I'll just use my finger. You'll probably find that these are a little bit too sticky to do, so I can pipe some more and come back to them. But you want them round in shape. You want them so that they're touching each other, and you want them not raised up, you want them quite like a dome. And you need them all the same size. So that's what you're aiming for when you do pipe bulbs.